order of the Bible.
Ulpati Parpa Levi Sangya Avrtanam Joshua Nahatimar Ruta on the Shamel, on the Shamel, on the Ravakemar, on the Ravakemar, on the Devartanam, on the Devartanam. Hasra Nahamia Esther, Eo Sanyatanam, Savashavakam, Safa Persami Uttamahidam, Ashaya, Birmia, Valavangal, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Yoel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Mika, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Matthias, Marcos, Lucas, Johanan, Apostle, Property, Roman, 1 Corinthians, Galatia, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebraic, Jacob, 1 Patros, 1 Yohanan, 2 Yohanan, 3 Yohanan, Judah, Valapade. Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Songs, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, Revelation. Today I'll be telling you the story of Elijah. Have you ever heard of a man bringing fire down from heaven onto an altar? Have you ever heard of a man burning an altar surrounded by water? The answer is yes. Respected pastors, parents, and all my dear friends. Many centuries ago, Israel had a wicked king whose name was Ahab. He taught the people to worship a false god named Baal. One day, Elijah came up to him and said, "Bring all the prophets of Baal and all the people of Israel to Mount Carmel." The next day, when they all arrived, Elijah asked them, "How long will you be worshiping this false god? Let us make a sacrifice, and the God who brings fire from heaven shall be the true God." The prophets of Baal agreed to this contest. They cut a bull, laid it on their altar, and began to pray. They kept on praying, but nothing happened. Elijah laughed and said, "Shout a little louder, my dear fellows. Maybe your God is sleeping, or maybe he's on vacation." The prophets of Baal became even more angrier. They cut themselves, and blood gushed out of their wounds. But still, there was no reply. Elijah became tired of waiting and said, "Now it's my turn, my dear fellows. Your time is up." He laid his sacrifice on the altar and looked toward heaven and prayed, "The Lord of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, prove now that you are the true God." Suddenly, a big ball of fire came thundering down from heaven onto the sacrifice. It consumed the sacrifice and even the altar. The prophets of Baal couldn't believe their eyes. They got down on their knees and started praising the true God and said, "Elijah's God is a true God. Elijah's God is a true God." From that day onward, the people of Israel promised to worship the true God. So my dear friends, in conclusion of my story, let us have the unshaken faith that Elijah had. The Lord will answer our prayers. Thank you.